And once again, OBS forgot what my microphone was. Hi, everyone. Hope you're all doing well. Can I just make sure everything else here is working? Okay, good. Looks like everything else is fine. We're back on on God's own internet. After almost a solid week of being without. And surprisingly, it seemed like Monday's stream on the hotspot went great, which I'm thrilled about. Did not expect that to work as well as it did, but it worked great. But now we're back on our original internet, at least until the construction crews run a transfer through it again. But so far, so good. I hope that y'all are doing well. Hi, Mox. I'm trying to convince Benny to come over and be on camera. He's about like a foot that way. But he also seems like he's hunting a bug, and that's important work, and you shouldn't interrupt him in the middle of important work. So we'll just leave him to the business of bug murder. It's sorry. Bast is in the other room, finishing kind of clearing stuff out. It's the combination gaming room and also like bar setup, and I just heard we have a lot of rums. Well, we do. Yeah, I like rum. So actually, to be fair, I think at least 2 of those mostly empty bottles of rum we inherited.
Yeah.
Because my brother and sister-in-law also big fans of rum, and we meet up at the beach, but then they have to fly home, and they can't really fly home with like a big bottle of Kraken. So they're like, "Here, take this burden from us," and we say, "Great," and that's how we have so many rums. Benny, you missed it. It's right over there. Ben, he's falling asleep. Well, yeah, we bought most of those moonshines like in a batch, if I recall, because we were trying them out.
No, I'm also talking about the other stuff.
The other stuff.
From family.
Oh yes, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like we got those. We got like 2 instances of picking up moonshines. One was a sampler, and 2 were a gift. But it's wild. With as much as I'm talking about it, you'd think that the people in this house drink more, and no. Which is why we still have so much. I'd say we should get on that, but like, it's not really that. They don't go bad fast. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so 20 streak. We could do Dark and Stories. You got your ginger beer.
Yep.
20 stream streaks still crack me up in the way that most of Twitch's innovations crack me up. They are, I'm happy to say, like a totally harmless addition, and those are the ones that I do most enjoy, both using and making fun of. It does remind me that I'm extremely bad at catching people's streams live. I don't think that there's a VOD streak, but I feel like that would be, very appropriate. Okay, bamboo, wonderful. The only kind of bamboo I will allow people to plant anywhere near our property, after it took so much work to get rid of the actual bamboo, and we still have it, but we've kicked it back a good ways. We sent a message, and sometimes that's really what's important. Speaking of messages, nope, I don't really have one there. So we're doing. I'm just going to be half overhearing Bast's cleaning introspection from the other room. So if I just stop suddenly, just assume that I've heard her say something potentially insane.
We have 2 bottles of Krupnik.
We have 2 bottles of Krupnik. That is wild, actually. I'm questioning that. Not as in I don't believe you, but as in like, but why? Why do we have 1 bottle of it? Certainly, why do we have 2? When you miss a stream, you can watch a VOD to make up for it. Okay, so maybe that does count. Maybe I just haven't been seeing the notifications. Weird. And right, so we're playing more Planescape Torment tonight. I'm having my own personal real life stream, which is listening to my partner 2 rooms away go on an adventure. Sorry, what? She found a Lefroy, which if you like a really peaty scotch. It's hard to beat Lefroy. at least this time I know why I'm not focused on getting to the game. There's no mystery there. It's great. I still kind of want to get you out of my immediate eye line. If I put you down here, does that? Hey, that works. Wonderful. So brain Planescape. We're playing Planescape. Planescape. We're playing Planescape. Eventually, we're playing Planescape. So, after a very successful info dump adventure, we made our way back into the Sensorium.
I'm genuinely curious if it will actually show up on screen.
No, if it's the wrong green. Yeah, went right through it. Yes! Welcome to Green Chartreuse, otherwise known as Everclear on this Kodachrome. I was going to say a thing and then I forgot what it was. So, Brainscape. I need to put my Brainscape in Planescape. So, after a very successful the info dump in the Sensorium, we discovered that we have the key. Now we're looking for the portal. The portal can be fashioned at the Great Foundry, which is run by the Godsman. So we needed to get a receipt because they're absolutely full up. So we couldn't even like lie our way in without either a receipt, or we couldn't just say like, "Oh, I would like to put in a work order." They're like, "No, we're booked up solid for 7 months." So we, in a very roundabout way, I think it worked out, but we sort of tripped sideways into it. Shout out again to Bad Road for the assist. Tripped sort of sideways into, how did it even begin? I know that it ended at Giannis, which is Dianara's dad. That was it. Oh boy, we watched the deeply uncomfortable, appropriately uncomfortable, like well written, I think, a sensate experience globe thing from Dianara's point of view of us, which was haunting as hell. And then went back to her dad and got him permission to go and watch the same one, which is probably the last time he'll work for us willingly. Went back to the mortuary and talked to Dianara and tried to get that sort of sorted out. Made a vow to figure out. We made a vow that we would figure out how to die and join her, which is sort of romantic in the Shakespearean way.
It's Romeo and Juliet.
That's what I said. That immediately kicked me off my my plate. But roundabout, let's say, I can't remember how it started, but we got back to Giannis and Giannis had a receipt. Oh, that was it. Talking to Dianara, I think it was talking to Dianara. Or maybe it was something else. We got a clue from a previous incarnation. Maybe it was the third sensory experience. We got a clue from another incarnation that we had put in a legacy, basically a lockbox that we had left with an advocate. So we went back to the advocate's office. That's Giannis. And then we were like, we have the if I tell you this the letter number combination, can I have whatever's associated with that? And he went, sure, here it is. It's hundreds of years old. And inside that was a receipt for work at the Godsman's Foundry. So then we took the receipt to the foundry. They let us in the door. We found the person who has the work order, who I think was maybe a little too incurious about the fact that it's apparently been hundreds of years since we put in the order. But we have the thing now, but we need to put a little bit of flesh and blood in a jar to like bond it to us, I think is the gist. And I've been led to believe that apparently the most difficult of these ingredients, because we've got the blood and flesh on us, is the bottle. But I've got some guesstimates that we're going to start with, and then when we inevitably crash and burn, then I'll probably hate chat and or Google it to figure out what's going on. I have, in the wake of my diagnosis, been realizing that I space out while driving in the way that makes me wonder how they let me in a multi-ton death machine. Boy, that's so very relatable. I'm grateful that I made it through my 20s taking as many long trips in the wee hours of the morning as I did, because I know there were more than a few times where I like drifted into other lanes and it was 2 a.m. so there was no one there, but I got very lucky for a number of years, and that's why I'm still here. I'm really happy that the car that we've got now, and I don't know how standard this is, but the car that we've got now has a bunch of. Generally, I'm like not huge on computer in car, but this is one of the sort of got you. Yes, got you. Mosquito. Anyway, that's the bug that Benny was failing to find earlier, but his food dish just went, so I know what he's distracted by. Anyway, the car that we have now has an optional mode that you can turn on where little sensors underneath the car on both sides uh, attempt to detect, and so far have been pretty reliable. Not so much that I would want to ever depend on it, but still helpful as an extra, bonus brain. That if you start to cross over a lane line, then it starts beeping at you, and it beeps at you helpfully on the side where you're crossing over. So it's so nice. I haven't had to take long drives in the middle of the night since having this vehicle, but it's reassuring to me that if I ever momentarily get distracted and like start to drift a little bit, I'll hear a little boop boop, and then I know that I'm okay. You're showing me a thing.
Coolest fucking bottle.
It's a very pretty bottle.
It's not glass.
No, it's a porcelain. What is this?
Just stoneware, I think.
All right, Sutlers.
Winston-Salem.
I'm very glad that we're not like monetized because I'm pretty sure showing off this much alcohol this quickly into a stream would probably lead to us getting demonetized.
But we're not monetized.
But I just do this for fun.
We're advertising small and weird shit.
I am. Well, I'm not small and weird shit. I'm weird shit, not small shit.
I'm small shit.
You are small shit, and I love that about you.
I don't think we've actually tried this one before.
No, because we again brought that one home from the beach.
No.
I think so. I remember the name.
Huh.
I think that's the one they picked up because you and James both like gin.
Well, they usually pick up like Bombay.
Yeah.
James is a sweetheart, but he's a little mundane.
Well, yeah, he does most of his drinking in clubhouses.
Right, and I don't bring my Cardinal down because I ain't gonna waste it.
That's fair.
I should bring Cardinal next year.
That's fair.
I think your dad would actually really love the
Yes.
story behind it.
Yeah.
They're also local.
Plus, it's birds, and my dad loves birds. Yeah. That's something he and I have in common. That'd be very nice to bump my head against and maybe tip over a desk. You're not wrong. It is a very that's why I think it came from the beach because I think they bought it like down there. But with our coastlines storied history with piracy.
I feel like it might have been one of our buys when we went to buy specifically North Carolina alcohols.
Maybe. Plus, it's a cool bottle, and you love a cool bottle.
And I love cool bottles.
What was it saying? No one knows. Planescape. Planescape is the mode of the evening. So we need to go get a bottle. An in-game bottle. I think it was something like a blue-green bottle.
Yeah.
Bad Road very helpfully again. I don't think I've ever had opportunity to say this about longtime friend of mine, Bad Road. But Bad Road does, I think, an exquisite job at providing help without like going too far into either patronizing or in this case spoilers. And so left a couple of like general reminders like, hey, the logs have a word search function in them, which is very, very good. We've made use of it at least once already. And it sounds like we might end up needing it again at some point. But that's where we're starting. We're going to try and go get a bottle and then get our weapon, sword thing. Then I don't think I stopped long enough to ask what it was we commissioned, but it's a foundry. If the weapon is the portal, that's wild. But we'll figure all that out in due time. I think that's all the preamble, which was certainly more ambling than even usual, I think. But we should talk about content warnings before I get any further. This game has... Bast is currently arguing with Benny that he is not old enough for the alcohol. This game has lots of descriptions of gore. There have been at least a handful of also very uncomfortable, sometimes even borderline torturous scenes being described. We may be past most of those now that we're done with the sensorium, but I fully expect this game will find other ways to bring the horror, so please be advised. And yeah, for a more comprehensive list, check out doesthedogdie.com, the entry for Planescape Torment, which is linked in our CW tag, and will take you right there. So you can see a more in-depth, probably not as spoiler-free, but still helpful list of things this game includes in case there are any triggers that you might be worried about. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Benny is eating dinner. We might see him after. Oh, I hear a jingle jangle. We might see a cat. We'll find out. But first, before cat, game. Before cat, Mort. This one. We have to at least decant the blood and flesh. Yeah, that, like, I understand it as a ritual component, but at the same time, it's like, do we just... Is it any flesh? Can we take the little, like, bit off the elbow? Like, what's the is that the weenus? I can't remember. Weenus blood. Here you go, Nils Xander. What a name. Hey, Badrun. Yeah, Mort's like, just... it's such a good... What I love, in particular, the idol portraits, we, like, occasionally, Falls from Grace will, like, go into a praying stance, which seems appropriate. Mort has, like, multiple idol animations. He drops his jaw and drops out of frame to go get it. He'll, like, flip his whole head over. Hey, Alice. So it's just, there's a lot of, I think... they made Mort adorable on purpose, and now that we've gotten, like, the backstory on the relationship between Mort and at least think that we have the backstory on the relationship between Mort and the Nameless One, that I'm very happy. All right, let's quick save for a moment. So we have... Oh, we still haven't delivered the receipt, but we're in. Here we go. Dream Builder. That was it. And it was something about, like, if you die in the dream, you die in real life. If you go into the dream, you can also do the thing. So we get into the dream, and presumably with a name like Dream Builder, one hopes it builds dreams. So that I may dream again. Okay. Here we go. This is the thing. Xander has asked me to fetch him a vial of my skin and blood for the final stages. Cool. All right. Still don't know where this is. Still don't know how to help her. And we're not killing the cranium rats. So let's see. Receipt is for something else. I misunderstood. Actually, hang on. Can I go up the stairs behind you? Where's this guy? Fantastic.
I'm gone.
Knock, knock. Can I not just go in here? Can I talk to you guys? Sorry, sir. No one's allowed up here till the Factor Sandoz gets back. You can go in. You can't go in. What can you tell me about Sandoz? He's a believer, sir. True believer. It's moody, and all that travel across the multiverse can't be good for your head. You either lose perspective or get too much of it. Either way, ain't good. I'm hoping he'll be back. Hopefully he'll make it back safe. Alright. We heard about Sandoz, and I think... Did we talk to Sandoz's, like...
All right.
Daughter? There was someone Sandoz related that we spoke with. Can't remember who now. Alright, let's talk to you, Keldor. Questions? I'd like to see the secret project, right? I forgot they have a secret project. Who are you? What can you tell me about this place? Additional work. Here we go. Since he's originally from the Outer Planes, he's not a prime factor. Amazing. Saros, that's right. Because I made the joke about it being a good game. It is a good game. What can I do for you? What about yourself? This is just a reminder. I think we did all this last time. And the Foundry. I like pretty much everyone here except for Tilden. I don't care for Michael. Tilden's the biggest sod I ever met. Fair enough. Foundry. Tilden's the one we got the iron from outside, I think. Alright. I don't think we've talked to you. Can we get up there? Do we have to go out to go up? Oh, no, we don't. Well, sort of out of the assembly hall area. Oh, Sarosa. Maybe that's who I'm thinking of. Saros and Sarosa. And Sardoz is the... What a fun family. Okay, so first of all, go there. Everybody, out of the way. There. This pixel. All right, where'd you go? There she is. Were you the one I talked to? Answers. Tell me of your family. Yes, there we go. Okay, good. Cyrus is a child of the Foundry. I fear he's never embraced the philosophy of the believers. Travelers led him far from the Foundry and into realms most mortals never dream of. Tell me more about it. Brash, impulsive lad, easily given over to his manhood. That's right. That's the line I remember from last time.
Easily
Right.
given over to his what?
His manhood. Yeah, she's the one who called us half man because we don't have a soul in us.
Oh, she means mortalness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not something else. Yeah. Most
God, how the
sure.
times have changed.
Right, talking about the sensates as the most immature faction.
Judgy.
Points were made. And then you're right, you were daughter of... Okay, cool. Alright. Making sure I hadn't missed anything obvious there. Doesn't seem like it. Hi, I don't think we've talked. Badai Lin. You see a severe woman. Love severe as an adjective for people. Honestly, aspirational. You see a severe woman with flaming red hair pulled back tight, giving her face a stretched, nervous look. She appears to be deep in thought. At your approach, she glances up and says, "Can I help you with something?" Questions? What do you want? Tell me of the project you're working on. Tell you about the project we've sworn our lives to complete and defend? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Let's just say it's powerful, and it'll be worth the effort we put into it. Other questions? Who are you? My name is Badai Lin. I'm a magical engineer. Not a mage, mind you, but a theoretician. And I'm going to make sure the Godsmen don't get a chance to use that weapon or contract for other such weapons of war again. Oh? Having all new experiences all the time is a baby's job. You're correct. I mean, the other people here. The other people here. Well, you've got the brilliant but eccentric Nilzander, the Gizeri outcast woman Calera. I don't think we've met Calera. Tilden the Grey. We've met Tilden. Whose heart is much less ambiguous than his name. Keldor the Factor. Sandoz the Factor. The two children of Sandoz, supervisors, smiths, and a host of others. They all pass me by at one point or another, and frankly, I haven't made that much of an effort to get to know them. They work for me, or they don't, and that's about as much as I care, I'm afraid. Rather devoted to my work. The work you won't tell us about. I think it's just this. You can ask almost anyone else here about the Foundry, and you'll get the same answer. What makes you think I'll give you one that's any different? Ask another question. Project you're working on. Fair enough. Keldor times Sandoz equals Godsman. That's how factors work. Alright, we'll start at the upper door. Well, listen, the lesson I learned last time. Right, because we had to go... We got the dodecahedron at the inn that we managed to crack open that folded out into a tablet with a language we couldn't read. So we had to go talk to the linguist who wanted his dad's journal. So we went to the brothel and found the journal, gave it to him. He translated the thing. Right. That's how we found out the number for the legacy to get. I'm putting it all together. In my defense, did you just hear all that? That's ridiculous. Anyway, but the lesson that I learned last time was stop leaving behind loot out of a sense of courtesy, because pretty much any unique item probably has a quest purpose somewhere.
I'm gone.
This is not a game about being polite about people's things.
It's a D&D game.
See, I ran very different D&D games.
No. You run role-playing games.
Yeah, this is a D&D game. Totally different animal.
Legitimate.
All right.
If you don't take the loot, you're actually missing out on stuff.
If there are 15 empty bookshelves in these 3 rooms, I'm going to laugh. Particularly if we run across that after I just said we have to get into a loot all mentality.
I'm gone.
Almost. 2 more. Last one. 15 empty bookshelves. Perfection. Genuinely never been happier. That's amazing. We're gonna make. They didn't really have to make 3 rooms. They made a room and then just rubber stamped it 3 times. Oh, and the game crashed. My assumption is they're not empty. There's just something interesting on them. You're correct. They're clearly full of books, but not game appropriate books. I do know is over here. There. It's still crashing, by the way. It's just working on it. Sometimes it takes a moment, In fairness to the game, when I crash out, it takes much longer. I do appreciate that so far every time it's crashed is when we're changing zones. And because it does the autosave before it attempts to load the new zone, we've basically never lost progress to a crash. That's good design. All right. We have this lump of rock. We also have this receipt. Okay. Probably redeemable at the Great Foundry. You don't say.
Done.
There's you. Where did Tilden go? Tilden. What's up, buddy? Questions? I need to use the forge. Can you give me... I have some ore. Oh, we got some more. Wonderful. Looks you up and down carefully, considering and says, "You want to be a smith, eh? Can't say the fire do much to skin like that. Take it then. Don't get in the way of my workers." Did we also get... I feel like we also got... Can we just keep getting ore? We just get ore forever. Infinite ore loop. Questions for you? Need to pick up something from the clerk. Room down there with the desk in it. See, I thought that was the meeting hall. Clearly that's a meeting hall. Sits behind that desk. You should be able to get your items there. Okay, cool. Need to get into that guarded room back there. Forge. Make sure you have the proper items. Protection from the flames, tongs, hammer, and iron ore. We got that. Where'd I get those items? Can't find them lying around, then you'll have to buy them from the clerk for a nominal price, of course. That's fine. We have over 3 grand. But we don't have any money, though. All right.
Tell them how much you're carrying.
Is it this little... Oh, my goodness. Didn't know that was a door. Sometimes the isometrics works against you. Hi there. See a wizened old man with trembling hands and a cunning face. Looks you over carefully and speaks. "Hello. Have I seen you before? You seem familiar to me somehow." "No chance, old man." Do you remember where? "Not so fast, lad. It takes a while for the mind to warm up to a task like this. I've lived a long time, seen a lot more faces in that time. It ain't so easy to remember. Memory's a fleeting thing, and that's something you can bank on." Before replying, you mutter, "Tell me about it, lad." Can you tell me who you are? "Me? I'm Madeline, Godsman Fighter Extraordinaire. At least I used to be. Now I'm a clerk in the foundry. Breathing in this city air and hastening my dying day along." That's a pity. I wanted to see your smiling face. Here to pick up an item. "Do you have a receipt?" "Yes." Somehow, through a long and roundabout means, we got that. My copy used to crash on exit until I turned DirectX on or off. I feel like this thing on Windows didn't work until I turned DirectX on or off. Describes so many issues in the history of Windows and games. The old man takes the receipt from you, scrutinizes it carefully. "This thing's over 100 years old. How'd you come by it?" Okay, well that was the reaction I was looking for when I mistook Neil as the guy who had our thing. Okay, good. At least I'm not nuts. I feel better. How'd you come by it? "It was a legacy." Telling the truth nets you 40,000 XP. Well, lessons for life. "I see. Quite a catch you've made. Here you go, lad. Treat this metal well, you hear?" "Sure. Answer me a question." "Gear?" You're wanting to be a smith now. Very well. You need an apron, 10 copper, some tongs, another 10, and a hammer, which will be 20. That comes to, let me see, 50 copper. No. That's 40. Like, we don't need the 10 copper, but no, it's 40. That's as many as 4 10s. What am I thinking? Of course it is. I tell you, memory's an insidious thing. Sure, give me the stuff. Don't forget to pick up some ore from Tilden if you wanted to work the forge. He's a miserly bastard, but he's the only person to get the ore from. Awesome, thank you.
Experience has increased my skills.
Let's go.
Can't
Everybody-
run while I'm carrying all this.
We're encumbered, oh no.
Carrying all
Alright, hang on. How much do these weigh? These are... Wait, 5. Also, why is everything... This is a geographical oddity. 2 weeks from everywhere. Identify with the spell. Unfolding! It's the thing. Here in the back of my mind, I was like, okay, we'll get into the foundry, and now they're setting me up for you can get all these bits and bobs, and then you'll be able to craft your own stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. So we're going to be making a portal. You don't need to make a portal. There's a portal right there. This road doesn't go another way. This road stays right here. Memory is a slow and insidious killer. Yeah. Shimmering piece of filigreed metalwork that you picked up in the Great Foundry. Looks almost gauzy. Sharp edges protrude from it. You have no idea where it goes right now, but it must be important if you commissioned it for yourself. All you need to activate it is the proper key, which we have. All right, so I'm apparently overburdened. Let's see. I feel like you should have this. This is just trash, so we give it to... Nope, you're too far away. All right, if I give it to you, can you give it to Mort? Still love that works. You could also have this sphere. Put the portal next to the portal key. That seems appropriate. 1 more pound, huh? All right. Okay. Dakon, would you hold this extra ore for me? Hopefully we don't need double. I'll level up here. Thief points. Do you like opening doors? We haven't really needed these. We are about to go into a, like, haunted as hell the maze thing, though, so this is probably a smart investment. We'll split the last 10. Level up. +5 lore. Love lore. Right there. Whoop. That's the wrong book. This book. Do love a call lightning. Ooh, speak with dead. All right. Cure serious? Why so cure serious? Well, all right. We have all the stuff now, so I do still want to do the thing. I'm assuming I have to talk to someone to use the foundry? There's Alyssa. Bastards for you. Need to use the forge. Get those items. If I talk to you. Supervisor, what do you do around here? Okay, nope. Still done? Answer some questions for me. Need to use the forge. Stop giving me ore. Here, let's go on the ground. There we go. Okay, got it. It's the icon wasn't the like the spinny thingy. Kind of sad that Grace is mostly a heal bot. That's generally how I use Infinity Engine clerics, but it would be nice to have alternatives. You're not wrong. Use the forge. You like to work the forge? Yes. Place the ore on the anvil and hammer away. All that cold iron. Pick up the ore with the tongs and hold it in the flame of the forge. Seems reasonable. Ore softens rapidly, soon becoming soft enough to work. Your hands grow slick with sweat. Place the softened ore on the forge and work it into a shape. What would you like to forge? Something small and dangerous. A stiletto, a two-handed hammer, or a battle axe. We're not a fighter, so we're not really going to be able to use any of these. But if we become a fighter again, I love I love a big hammer. I'm a big, big hammer fan. Hammer. Fast piece of work and one that will allow you to get out of this sweat box quickly. You sure you want a hammer? Yes. Now that's a nice sledgehammer. Well shaped, well balanced, perfectly suited to your hands. That should come in handy. Or it would if we could use it. And we made a masterwork sledgehammer, which is fine. That's fine. Guess we'll keep this stuff as long as we're here in case we decide to do more with this. Think wizards can use stilettos? Alright, you know what? As long as we're here. Use the forge. Stiletto. Stiletto. Serve me well on my upcoming trials. Great. Who did I give the other piece of? It was you. There. Alright, you got the notes, you got the sphere, you got the dodecahedron, the scope we may or may not ever use, and this spare hammer that we're probably just going to sell. Forge. Yes. Put it in the thing, put it on the thing, make it into a thing. There, we have one of each. Neat! Alright, give this to you. That will get us our 40 copper pieces back when we sell them. Quality of the item you make depends on your intelligence. Okay. I mean, we've got in 23 over here. It doesn't get much higher. I guess it can go to like what, base 25 and then potentially enhanced above that. Yeah, put this here.
I think it's
1 to
just
6.
that does the
So
thing
that
if
one's
you can.
enchanted. This one's not. Let's do that. There. Total 25. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's just strength that can do the percentage enhancing.
Well, yeah, no, yeah. The strength in second did the yeah, the 1800. Okay. Well, this was all neat. I still want to get the dream builder before we do this. So that's. So my plan, I mentioned at the end, one more time, end of last stream, was to check out all these side rooms. Was to go to the apothecary first, because that seems like a reasonable place to find a bottle. And then depending on how that goes, is this just storage? If we wipe out there, then we also have the curiosity shop. If we wipe out there, we just have the rest of the map. Maybe Meba has a bottle. She seems like a bottle person. Alright, so I'm going to go this way just so we can get the overworld map. Kind of not a bottle person, if I'm honest. One random lower ward thug still hanging about. Oh, 2 of them. They're multiplying. Nature is healing. Clerk's ward. Alright, so take me to Apothecary, which I think was where we had the two apothecaries who did a splinch into each other, and we helped them get separated with a terrifying sounding thing, which was fun. Buy something. It's probably not going to be in here. That would be a weird way to hand that over. Okay, that is correct. While we're here, you accept any of the stuff I've got. Sure seems like no. Alright, we have this cheese. If I pour this Gorgon salve on the ground, do we get it that way? I think the probability of getting attacked by random thugs is influenced by your level and how much damage you have on you. That's realistic. Containers with various powders. Most are unlabeled. And the shelves are littered with containers only. Yep, alright. It's the same all the way down. Jugs, flasks, and beakers. Most of them currently... Oh my god, is it the lady in the marketplace? who sells, like, silverware tankards? Buy something. Can I ask you questions? You're just gonna point me to the other guy? Okay. Work in the stockroom all day. No good to ask you questions of. The old engineer in the foundry tells me I need to get a sample of my blood and skin for his machine to work. I need you to do that for me. Do we? I get. All right, fair enough. You'll have to talk to Pestle about that, you will. Handles all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I'll bet. All right, let's go ask you a question. We're not buying stuff. We're asking about blood drawing. Perhaps I misunderstood. Questions. Engineer. A scraping. Very well. Takes up a razor blade and a wide-mouthed bottle. Pestle then removes a small section of skin from your forearm, placing it into the bottle along with a small quantity of your blood. Then places some gauze over your wound and hands you the bottle. You need anything more, sir? Nope. Trying to remember, we found a place in here that I could sell stuff, but I've forgotten who that was. I don't think it was you. Right, let's go back here anyway. The marketplace. Okay, I like that. I like that it was in the, like, predictably correct place. I misunderstood. I thought we were just going for a bottle, but the fact that we were also essentially going to have someone else do a bloodletting, it makes the apothecary even more practical. Marketplace. Sell some stuff before I forget again. I do like a straightforward a quest suggestion. Question? No. Where's... Yeah, at this point we've made one of each. Yeah. We're not selling those, ever. Sell these. Which one is this one? Where is this? I had a bunch of them, maybe, but just one? No. That's still pretty good. We'll hang on to that. Still don't know if these pouches will be useful. No, we should keep the Gorgon Salve in case someone on our team gets hit. There.
All right.
Oop, oh. And then yeah, I found somebody. Was it Lothar? Maybe it was Lothar. Not Lothar. Pawn shop. Who would take jewelry and accessories. I know, because I had that whole stream where I'm like, oh no, we lost board. I have to sell all this stuff immediately, and then we couldn't find somebody, and then the first place that I went to, yeah, it was these guys. Hooray! No one wants this cheese, eh? You need to stop just taking these. Also, no one wants this eyeball? Are you sure?
Done.
I suddenly have... Okay.
I'm gone.
No. Hang on. Come back. Back here. Foundry. Help, please. Help. There. Get my quick loop back up. I'm saying this out loud so that y'all can be my collective second brain. After we get the Dream Builder thing, I want to go back and talk to Bell, the Davos who doesn't float. Because we've learned a whole lot, and I kind of want to see if that conversation goes differently. Also, we should get tattoos. That's a good point. I keep forgetting that magical tattoos are in this one. There's a part of me that kind of wants to get involved in Godsman politics, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. We've gotten all up in the business of a lot of the other factions already, so it's like...
What's one more?
What's one? Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah, what? In for a penny, in for a pound. What I need to begin the final stages of Dream Builder is a piece of your skin immersed in blood. Got it right here. Take it. Show me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
Machine requires a bird cage adorned with razors, fine wrought, to mimic the destructive power of dreams, and their ability to capture our hearts and imaginations. Search in the siege tower for cage... Oops. Search in the siege tower for cage I have commissioned. How do I get in there? You've proven yourself to be resourceful. Find a way. Shit. So... the guy who was trying to get into the siege tower... we got killed by sending the demon he hired after him. And so far as I know, that's the last lead. Other questions? I'm gonna go down the list. I may not read all of this because it's gonna be a lot of potentially redundant stuff. But I'm gonna just see if anything hooks us into getting more involved with the because it seems like one of the factors of the Godsman is currently away, and they've got a secret project, and possibly one of their own is working against them from the inside. And I kind of want to know more about any of those situations. This is just about the Godsmen themselves. Can I find a factor? Find that suicidal Burke Sandals and talk to him. Not done pestering you yet. Co-workers. Alright, so we're gonna get there. And then just what do you do here? You create evil weapons. What led to that? The engineer of all engineers. I studied under the Tanari smith Kazan. Tempered words on a forge of hate. Quenched them in a trough of despair. And sent them forth to slaughter stupidity. Elements of phrases, caustic words were brought to him, and he created weapons of terrifying magnitudes. Weapons that would lay an enemy low and destroy the malformed ideas of others. I'm sure you've seen his work. Are your coworkers as well trained as you? They do not possess a true fire. Okay, that's a loop. Alright. Keldor. If anybody's going to kick off the, like, something smells funny, I feel like the factors are a pretty good bet. Questions? Who are you? More questions. What about this place? People here? Asking Hilzander about his dream builder someday. Yeah, tell me more about your faction. The beliefs. Believe that the universe is a giant testing ground, a place where we prove ourselves through a series of tests. These tests continue throughout your life, throughout your many lives. Each step in each day may well be a test for you, and your reward in the next life depends on how well you learn your lessons in this life. We believe that a body learns from experience, and that experience extends through your lives, making you into something greater than just a single life. So what's the point? Not entirely sure. After all, we haven't got to the end of it yet, have we? The best thing we can figure is that we muddle through our lives, seeking to find answers that are right for us, and in the end, we move on to godhood and beyond. What waits there is anyone's guess. Alright, keep going. I mean, I believe you learned how to get into the siege tower, although it may not have been obvious. That's fair. I remember last stream or the stream before it came up again. So that may be a good thing for the word search function. More questions? What do I get for being in the faction? Who are the faction's enemies? We don't have enemies per se, still there are some who oppose our beliefs. The Bleak Cabal, the Bleakers. The Bleak Cabal scoff at the idea that we evolved towards something more perfect. I figure that if they don't think there's a point, they might as well get it over with, like the Dustmen ought to. The Dustmen think that life is an illusion, preparing for the big death, and our belief champions the cause of life. They promote death, we celebrate life. What could be more opposed? What do you do? Run the Great Foundry, and also Harbinger House, where we train folks who seem to be powers in training. Amazing, alright. Why are you named like this? Our real name is the Believers of the Source, because we believe all life springs from a pure primal source. But because we believe that all creatures have the potential for godliness within them, it's only natural that our nickname would be the Godsman.
And to be clear, when they say potential for godliness, that's not like, oh, everyone has potential to be good and kind.
No, like literally divinity.
No, like to literally become divine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not like to join. I would like to see your secret project. Till you prove yourself a friend of the Godsman. Okay, that was it. Friend of the Godsman. Prove yourself a friend of the Godsman. I don't think you have anything more for me. Questions? Yeah, we've asked all these. Go back. There's a chance that we'll get more if and when we complete the Dream Builder. That may be an important, like, pivot point in the story. Okay. Head away. And finally, whoop. Please stop moving so I can click on you. Who are you? Family, brother. All right. I think we've got all that we can get at the moment.
Done.
I guess I could always talk to you again now that we've finished our business. Do you remember? You mentioned having seen me before. Do you remember where? It's well for the mind to warm up. Then can you tell me who you are? It needs to be for the forward. Okay, this one. Other questions? Just want to see your smiling face. Who are you? Okay. Feels like there's somewhere to go with that, and we just don't have. We're not currently meeting some condition. All right, you guys are the ones guarding the secret project. How do I get through those doors? Speak to high up. You can try to get through us. Wouldn't recommend that last option. I'll try it anyway. I've got authorization to go through the door. You have to show it to me. If you're going to try to play games, you'll find that I have a very short attention span and very short temper. And maybe you ought to do something about it. Okay, so if we really get curious about this, we can always just make an enemy of the entire faction. What's behind these guarded doors? Right, that's a secret, sir, even from our valued faction members. Unless you're involved in the project itself, or unless you receive authorization from one of the high-ups, we can't allow you in. Where can I find the clerk's office? Where can I find the high-ups? Where can I find the clerk's office? Got it. Alright. Helpful for directions, not so helpful for getting past whatever that is. Nope, this way. Siege tower. This siege tower. Oh, you mean this gate key? And a birdcage festooned with razor blades. Amazing. Siege. The boy Laszlo says there is a portal located on a drawbridge-like device east of the market. He thinks the portal may lead into the siege tower. Maybe I should check this out. On a drawbridge-like device east of the market. Well, that's this. So is there another... Siege tower walls are scarred and pitted. So many a battle in its time. Is it this? The other drawbridge?
Come on, we got a special on slave. Use them for whatever you will. They're right over here. Step right up.
Oh! First location of the portal that the boy Laszlo spoke of. You begin to replay your conversation with him in your head. Maybe the secret to getting in is not to want to get in. Suppress any desire to enter the tower. Holy shit, that worked! Oh! Hi! Coax mail? Oh! Well, that's cool as hell. This is also a good time to go ahead and pause for an ad break before we find out more about this absolutely incredible scene. Yeah, so 3 minutes of ads. Now I got pre-rolls for a bit, and then we'll come back and try to coax metal into partying with a birdcage. See y'all in a few. So that went great, honestly. And now this is happening, which is, there's so much just in this initial visual. Quick save before we take one more step in here, but let's go talk to Coax Metal, whose arm just disappeared. That's probably fine. You see an iron creature? Its size is staggering. If it stood full height, it would shatter the roof of the siege tower. Thundering echoes rattle the walkway as the creature hammers away on its forge, and the smell of soot and ash fills the air. Listen, it's done us right so far. Greetings!
Updated my journal.
Yeah, I bet you did, bud. There is the screaming of metal on metal as the giant turns to face you. You suddenly realize the golem is built into the siege tower itself. Girders, pipes, and huge bracers run through its lower torso and into the walls. The bottom portion of its body makes up the forge itself. Never mind, I'm definitely in the wrong place. Sorry to bother you. I'll see myself. I'll just see myself out. What are you? I am iron given purpose. Well, that's all I wanted to know. Bye. What purpose? I forge the implements by which the multiverse will be unmade. Cool. Could you stop? What, that your purpose is forging weapons? Metal is like flesh. Both carry potential in their veins. When tempered with heat and pressure, the potential surfaces. My purpose is to bring forth this potential. Allow it expression. I mean, that part's cool. The making the weapons by which the universe will be unmade part, less so. I can see that you are busy. I will come back later. Still just an all-time moment. Who do you make these weapons for? Why do you do this? Can you do anything with my weapons? I had another question. I'll let you carry on with your work then. Farewell. From a game design perspective, I love that being able to exit a conversation is always an option. In some scenes, it's more ridiculous than others. Who do you make these weapons for? I forged them for the sake of entropy. They are pain-seeking expression. I don't mean this to be a pun, but that line is metal as hell. These weapons are pain-seeking expression. What does God need with a starship? What does entropy need weapons for? Beyond this tower, order rallies its legions. The multiverse heals its wounds. In time, its strength may equal entropy. Okay, so the multiverse is your enemy? Why?
Updated my journal.
The multiverse breathes. It grows. It stagnates. It forges its chains around the planes link by link. In time, even entropy may be chained. And you don't want that. When a thing seals itself against its own destruction, it merely dies a different death. Well, that opened up a whole bunch of options for us. So you're saying immortality is just a different kind of death? What makes that death any worse than another? Truth, except the death you seem to offer is violent and senseless without meaning. Or, true enough, so what made you take up entropy's cause? That's actually, I think, the one I'm going to go with. True enough, what made you take up entropy's cause? All things have a common ground in decay. War is necessary. Death is necessary. Decay is necessary. How much of this is too much? These things may be necessary within limits. These things are never necessary. To promote them and glorify the destruction they cause is wrong. Uh-huh. How much of this is too much? There are no limits. Limits are one of the links in the chain of order. Limits must be shattered. Even if death is the result? All must fall upon entropy's blade. The time nears when it will be necessary to breach the walls of creation. Order will be put to the sword. Its chains will be broken. The multiverse will be unmade. Sounds like a hell of a battle. Perhaps I'll see you there. Other questions? Ask. Cool. We have so many options. Let's just go down the list. Odds are very high we're not coming back here, so if I don't ask now, we won't get a chance. Who are you? What are you? I'm Iron Given Purpose. I did ask that already. What is this place? The tower is a siege engine. It exists to breach the walls between planes. How?
Updated my journal.
The tower anchors itself upon a plane. A wound is torn in the multiverse when the bridge of the tower opens. Legions may pass from one plane to the other. I'm very glad we didn't help that demon figure out how to get in here. Through the tower. When the plane has served Entropy's purpose, the tower anchors itself again. What happened to the legions that have used the tower? Entropy has unmade them. And what happened to the planes the siege tower invaded? Entropy has unmade them. Cool. What are you doing? Forge the implements by which the universe will be... Right. Alright. Other questions? Why do you make weapons? I feel like we've covered this. Can you tell me more of what you do with weapons? Okay. You make these 4. Why do you do this? Can you do anything with my weapons? It's worth asking, right? Show me what you have brought. I will study its potential and see if its pain can be given expression. Neat! Alright. We don't really have anything. Okay, so what do you got? Lots of green steel, hammer of quality. There we go. I do like that the advantage of none of our party members really making use of conventional weapons outside of the ones that they come with is that we really only have to like shop for stuff for us. Okay, it looks like Anna could at least use these. That's kind of cool. Punch daggers of Shar. Damn, that's cool as hell. Alright. Spike gauntlets of ogre power. Fighters and thieves. Okay. Alright. Well. Don't have $6,000 to just drop on those. Oop. Questions again. What do you know of the Blood War? It is the war by which the planes will be unmade. That seems correct, actually. How long has it gone on? The lifetimes of many metals. Do you ever serve in it? Yes. It was on this forge that the screaming projectiles that tore the smoking skies of Avernus were made. Weapons so sharp the wind itself knew agony. Neat. You know Ravel? The night hag sought to sunder this city. Her greatest works were those of unmaking. She walked the path of entropy. You know what happened to her?
Updated my journal.
Orders set chains about her. She was cast within a cage. You know where? Her prison is unknown to me. Alright, fair enough. Birdcage! I have such an item. The Dream Builder came to me an age ago. He promised me that my durance in the prison of the city would be near an end when the cage left my possession. Cool, can I have it?
Updated my journal.
Yes, take this cage and lay waste to those who create such confines. Thank you, farewell.
I shan't.
How do we leave? How do we leave?
You don't.
You
die.
I mean, I've got a portal lens. I love how helpful this guy is just because he doesn't think anyone can stop him, right? It's the thing about, like... Oh, there we go. It's the thing about, like... You know, sharks, particularly large sharks, generally are not very aggressive because they don't... There's no fear there. They're fine. They'll get food. They're not in a rush. If it's not energy efficient, they're not going to bother with it. Right, here. It's back on. Here. All right, let's see if this kicks off the what I hope will be like a second phase of Godsman drama. Machine requires a birdcage. I've got it right here. Give me my dreams.
Updated my journal.
I just need one more item from you, and we can begin the final process of the Dream Builder. I need a pillow that has lain inside a coffin. It will stimulate a sleep so profound that you may as well be dead. Opens your mind to the emanations of the Dream Builder. It is, if I say so myself, a touch of inspiration. Well, we know where coffins are. First, answer a few questions. Godsman. Factor. Alright, so we still don't know where that's at. That's fine. Just in case. I don't... Oh! Oh no, that's the thing that we literally just got. Never mind. Okay, so... There's a coffin maker's shop. And then there's also just our tomb. So... You know. Spoiled for choice. Right, if you click on the pin, it doesn't actually move the map. There we go. No. Coffin maker. Seems reasonable. There. Dear coffin maker, do you also have body pillows? And if so, do you have one of Mort, where it's just a big stretched out skull? Or maybe it's like Mort's head on like a beach bodybuilder's body? That'd be cool. Crap, now I want that in real life. Oh, hammers. Questions? Pillow. Ah, you're here to purchase then. I assure you what I do is a labor of love. The real value of my profession is in the building of the coffin. Doing it and doing it well. It's an act of perfectly ordered creation. There's a guy in a tower you're not going to like. Every piece must fit just so for the betterment of the whole. Much like a metaphor for the harmonium philosophy. I just need a pillow. I need 50 coppers. I just need a pillow. Some prefer Bitopian pine. I just need a pillow. Then I need about a score, multiplied by a score of steel. Wood screws, gauge about 8. I need a pillow. Places a hand on his chin. Although I usually let the natural wood speak to the color of the coffin for itself, sometimes the person get... What about the handles?
Isn't this the guy that really just wants to talk about everything?
I mean, he is now.
Okay.
He's also harmonium, but anyway. Big thing handles. Everything about Everything about handles depends on how the coffin is to be carried. You got skilled men carrying the coffin at shoulder height. Don't even worry about handles. Professional pallbearers never use them, see? You got your family and friends carrying the coffin, then the handles are necessary. You'll need some rope handles or even metal handles. Pillow? Let me give you an example. I think the most beautiful coffin I've seen was this one of clear pine. Sure, this is fascinating, but pillow. Then there's a matter of measurements. They can be tricky, and I try and do it myself, since occasionally a client will neglect to inform me as the hammers. Many different ways of attaching the sides and ends to the floor of the coffin and to each other. Some use internal battens or corner blocks. Plenty of wood screws hammers.
He's lonely.
Then there's the lid. The lid's going to need a rim or lip all around the edge, made from a strip of wood pined to the box or carved around the edge itself. If you don't shut up and give me a pillow, I'm going to hit you hard. I took the long route to get back to that, and I don't regret it. You think you finally got his attention. He frowns at you with a confused look on his face. Pardon? Coffin pillow. Just a pillow. Do you have any? A pillow? I thought you might need the entire coffin. I'm so sorry. I'm out of stock on pillows right now. Can't look away. I'm going to do a murder. I'm stuck on pillows right now. I don't know when I'll have them again. What with the warehouse being closed and all. The warehouse? The warehouse where I store my goods is having internal problems of a sort. New management or some such nonsense. The harmonium would never let things so out of hand. Perhaps you'd look into the matter? I guess I don't have a choice.
Updated my journal.
Excellent! If you deal with the issue satisfactorily, you may have your pillow for free. Great, we'll save 50 whole copper.
You know what's great?
Uh-huh.
I don't think there's any difference between a coffin pillow and a regular pillow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you might be right. That may not seem like sufficient payment, but let me tell you about the construction of those pillows. No, we're good. I'll just get started on this right away. Okay, goodbye. You've locked yourself out of some lore on this guy. I can tell you what it is if you want. Okay. Is it because we didn't try to murder him?
Done.
Just incredible. Oh, friend. You can name this one. You can just stand here. Like, it's fine. Is this place? What are you? Store something. Seems to be full up at the moment. This was a huge storehouse. Oh yes, only ran out of space, and there's something a little fishy going on around here, and I don't know what. Okay, questions. All right, let's talk to Lena. Who are you? What is it you do here? Connell? And Otis. All right, you don't want to talk. I understand. Can I claim a pillow? Large bag of... Here to retrieve a pillow for Hammer's the Coffin Maker. Perfect. A pillow. I could certainly use a pillow. A big stone pillow. Here's your pillow, Master Hammers. Good luck sleeping with it. Can I get you anything else? No.
All right.
The other guy in the coffin shop is a zombie. Yes, we actually talked to the other guy last time. Created specifically to listen to Hammers so no one else has to. Oh, that's very good, actually.
I'm gone.
I love that. Thank you for telling me that.
He's just lonely.
Because we talked to the other guy. Talked to the other guy a couple of streams ago, I think, and discovered that he was a zombie. And it's like, it's not bothering anybody. That's not any of my business. Didn't occur to me that there's a reason a coffin maker who tends to info dump
Gone.
has a zombie who will just hear him out. Just give him company. I think that's sweet. Nihil? Got your pillow.
Updated my journal.
Anytime you're ready for the dream key, Scarred Man, give the word and I'll pass it to you. Gimme. He pauses as if gathering errant thoughts. Close your eyes and stretch out your hand. You have to feel this key before you see it, or it won't function. Very tempted to pink. I don't want to break it, but I also don't want to get, stabbed. We've been stabbed before. Dewey says this. You feel a touch in the palm of your... We did get stabbed! Called it! Feel a touch on the palm of your calloused hand. First, you can barely feel it, but it rapidly grows in solidity in moments until you finally hear Xander's voice. Open your eyes. When you do, you see a simple black feather in the palm of your hand. My work is finished, Xander nods. Use that key on the leftmost door of the foundry, and the Dream Builder will open it to you. I must go now. I have work. All that work for a feather? No, it's a great feather. Thanks, bud.
Updated my journal.
Peeking won't break it? That's good to know. I'm okay playing this one straight, but it is... I like the idea of you could look and it's not gonna boy, it would suck if you peeked and it just became inert and you did all of that for nothing. Leftmost door, is that this one? Seems like that would be this one. Okay, I guess you guys are assuming that if I can open this door, I belong in here. That's my hope. Dream Builder. You find yourself standing under a hangman's noose. Gravelly voice cackled out of the darkness. You dream again, again, again. Your body seems strangely light and airy. You've lost control of it, like the winds blow you where they will. Oh. Okay. You find yourself floating through a maze of twisted plants and black barbs. Oh no. That tear at your insubstantial body. Creatures of nightmare pull themselves from the ground and walls and rip at your flesh. Their furious attack drives you into unconsciousness. Oh, hi. Oh, hey, look, it's a Tower of Skulls. You're standing in front of a Tower of Skulls that babbles at you, but you can't understand the words. Clattering behind distracts you, and you see a battalion of fiends rushing at you. Uh-huh. And then what? Standing in the maze again, and the stench of death surrounds you. You know you have killed all of them. The cackling voice breaks in once again. Oh, my pretty little puzzle, you have killed these, and so many more that I have lost count of them all. Come to me, my puppet. Come to revel in her black-barbed maze. Come dream with me. Wake up. Wait, was that all that was behind the door?
I'm gone.
Did we lose our feather? Oh. I wanted to see what was behind the door. What's behind these doors? Rude. Alright. Can I open these doors now? No. Damn. Curse and damnation. Alright, fine. Sneak up this way. Has me going through that door affected anything? Let's find out.
All right.
You're working on... You're working here. Nope. Everything seems the same. Damn! Versus. Answers? Nope. Well, shucks. Okay, well, it sounds like it is time to hit the button. You unfold the shimmering metal and immediately begins crackling with life. It begins forming itself into a metallic circle hovering in the air. There's something in your possession that has activated this portal. Yeah, we know. You get the feeling that you probably ought to make sure you have a... Ah! Point of no return. Alright, pull it up, put it away.
All right.
Alright. I know, that's also what the nameless one's at. Well, if I can't get into shenanigans here in Godsman Land, then that leaves a couple of loose ends. First, nope, not there. Here. First, here.
All right.
Here. I'm gonna head back to the Hive, of all places. We're gonna talk to Fel, or we're gonna talk to Ingress. I think Ingress was in one of these, but I don't remember which one. Let's start here.
Done.
Hi, guys. Are you sure you want this smoke?
Playtime is over.
Thanks for the $8. Ingress. Sorry, I was held up briefly. Greetings. You. What is it you want me now? Want me to leave? Not leaving the city. How'd you get here? Came from a place else from here. Almost a lifetime ago. Hummed a tune by a glade with 2 dead trees. Why can't you go back? There must be a portal that can take you back. Had this conversation. Any door. Oh, you've been afraid of this. Haven't walked through any door in 30 years. If you got here, there must be a portal that can take you back. It's only a matter of finding it. To be too afraid to walk through any door that... Yeah, all of these are going to get interrupted. Must be a portal that can take you back. If I can find some means to help you, I will. And we have not. Have we gone through this portal? Yes, we have. Yeah, this is the mausoleum. Yeah, okay.
Done. I'm gone.
And we can't just give her this. Also, our party got rearranged. Toss that. Taking this cheese to the end game. I can tell you where the person is who can help Ingress.
But you can tell us why. the person
Let me
is.
talk to Fel first, but then I may take you up on that. Once I can remember where Fel is. Because yeah, I do think I want to wrap up a couple of. I want to get Ingress some assistance for sure. And I think I want to try and free Ignis, which means I need the decanter. But yeah, let's at least have this conversation and possibly get some tattoos. Is the tattoo like just a slot? Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, there it is. All right. Can y'all get? Okay, you can get a tattoo. Oh, we can't tattoo the skull? Rude. Okay, all right. 3 of us can get tattoos. That's good. Abishai, that was the demon. I couldn't remember the name of.
This is one of
Name, type, you know what I
Is
mean?
it not? I have long wanted to meet him.
Yeah, let's have you head on back. Nope. Okay. Can I and only I go in here? No. Okay, fine. Some questions. More, can you translate? I don't need any of you to translate. I have some questions for you. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently, and a stream of symbols swirl about his head, rotating clockwise, then counterclockwise. Takes you a moment to translate. This is the first time and not the first time you have come to this place. Do you know who I am? Yes, but I'm not permitted to tell your story. Why not? My apologies. I cannot. I cannot change the nature of a man. There's a familiar Turner phrase. What does that mean? My apologies. I cannot say. Other questions? What lies behind that curtain, Fel? My gallery. Your discarded skins are my canvas. I admire you. I'm saddened for you. Why? The mark of torment lies upon your flesh. Tragedies and loss have built themselves upon it like stones on a foundation. You've endured great pain. I admire you because you have never surrendered to the weight of these losses, despite the fact their chains hang on you still. These losses blanket this life and all of your past ones. You shed lives like a molting serpent. You're exploring the infinite paths of life. Take with you this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. You must travel to a place where these shadows have gone mad and regrets have scarred the earth. Do not sign anything. Very well. Do you feel complete? No. Ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. You are strong. Keep faith, and you shall become whole again. More questions. Makes me think of Temple of Apshai, which makes me think of Strongbad, which makes me think of hit points are inexcusable in this dungeon. Yeah, I died. Shadows. We've met. Many shadows. They streamed from the darkness, swarmed you, and then left you to die. Why? Don't know. Hey, bud, you know Ravel? She is not a myth. What can you tell me about her? A white oval appears beside Fel, then a sharp crack appears in it. You think he's saying something about cracking the cage or city. You're not certain. Maybe Ravel tried to crack the city open? Do you know where she is? He's using the word maze as if it was a verb. He's saying something about imprisonment or punishment. Alright. We do know this, but I'm going to ask anyway. I understand. Before you can change the subject, a new series of symbols appear around Fel. The structure is that of an X, and they pulse like a weakened heartbeat. You think he's warning you to leave Ravel alone. Thanks, bud. I'm not gonna, but, like, thanks. Did you do the tattoos on this dismembered arm I found? I think we passed this. The arm is yours, the tattoos are mine. One tattoo speaks of a time when your path was shared by 4 others. What 4 others? They speak of 4. Shall I tell you their hearts? Yeah. One unloved who loves one who does not love. That's probably Dianara. One who does not see what others see. One who does not see what others see and sees what others do not. That might be the gallery owner. One who is familiar and bound with duty. One who is a slave and his chains are words. Interesting. That symbol, what is it? It is torment. It is that which draws all tormented souls to you. The Flesh knows it suffers even when the mind has forgotten. So you wear the rune always. Other tattoos on the arms? What others? Once forgotten, now remembered, you may wear them again if you wish. Sure. ADHD thought train running on schedule. You know, it's as it has ever been, as it will ever be. That seems good. Additional first and second level spell and +1 to intelligence. Protection from evil, always nice. Bless, very good. +15 stealth skill bonus. Okay, that might be the one we get for Anna. +3 saves versus paralysis is nice. Flame walk. This tattoo tells of your... Okay, I should have read the descriptions on these. Tells of your betrayal of Sebastian's intentions to Grossock the Abishai. Oh, right, the guy that we killed with the siege tower. This tattoo draws upon that experience, allowing you to enhance the barest trace of the Abishai's evil gratitude and magnify it. When inscribed on the skin, this tattoo has the power to radiate heat away from the body. Amazing. Tattoo of Trist's Savior. Oh, that's so... Okay, so the stuff that we do... Oh, I love it. +1 dex, -1 charisma, was the +3% to all rogue skills. That might... I mean, can we give her own tattoo? No, okay. Would have been funny. Alright, so we can get her... Tenement Shadows, okay. That does. Saving Grace, +1 Wisdom, Lore, and all saving throws, I'm assuming... Yeah, okay. Tattoo of the Skull! +1 save versus paralysis, +1 to luck, +1 to charisma, -1 to wisdom. That might be okay. And like, you know, I kind of like having a Mort tattoo, honestly. Grants experience points when invoked, increases regeneration rate when worn. Interesting. Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation, our old selves, got it. Tattoo of Wasting Darkness. Experience points when invoked, grants permanent +3 to stealth, +1 AC, +5 stealth skill when worn, -1 charisma. Okay, so that also cannot be worn by Anna. Never mind. Weeping Stones, these guys. Resistance to cold and magical cold, +1 AC, -1 charisma. No, thank you. Silent Coins. Pickpocketing. Tattoo of Accuracy. Does what it says on the tin. +1 damage, +1 strength. Got it. Okay. Insight is probably intelligence. +2 to strength. Got it. Wisdom. +2 wisdom. Oh, did we already get the... Maybe we already got the intelligence one, and that's why there's only one here. Did I forget that? I may have forgotten that already. +1 dex. Okay, you get greater action. Tattoo of Presence, always nice. And then Enduring, very good. Back on the other one, okay. Tattoo of Warding, +1 AC. Well.
Well.
Let's get you this one. Let's get you this one. I think that prices me out of Tattoo of the Art, which is a shame. But let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. There. Don't have a tattoo. Should have a tattoo. Let's fix that. Let's get you guys tatted up. There. We don't. There. Hang on. Girl, you okay? What was that all about? Tattoos. Protection from evil is nice. Flame walk is just kind of silly, if I'm honest. +1 to all saving throws is pretty good. No, I'm gonna first thought, best thought. Tattoo of the Skull. Perfect. So that one is a temporary boost, so we can use that. Presumably. Special temporary. Oh, got it. Okay. It's whether you use it as an item or as a actual worn tattoo. Got it. Okay. Everybody out. Smoldering Corpse Bar. Still don't have any like hints on this, I don't think. Been in there. Bad Road, I'm happy to take your suggestion on where the person who can help with ingress is at. I think that's the more important one to me of the two. Although I'm not above asking for both.
Come on in, buy a drink, see the burning man.
So to say, why did everyone just get their daggers out? Oh, because of you guys. Don't worry, everyone. This will only be a second.
The burning man, right here, right inside.
Come to Burning Man. Flaming Corpse Bar. Oh, well. Here
Right up, comes in the burning man.
we go.
Put him out, buy him a drink. He's thirsty. He's on fire. He's a red hot.
Follow-up question. Are these co-contingent? Do I have to free... Is Ignis the person who can help Ingress? Appropriately named. Questions? Next place. See, anyway. We've asked all this before. Who is that burning by the entryway? Makes me giggle every time. Okay, it is not him. Cool, thank you. I don't think we got a lot of questions answered from Ebb Creek Knees, which is what a great name. We have Sigil. Tell me of keys and portals. Like a decent road to go down, but it didn't like update anything. City's layout. Something about portals. Oh, okay. Had some other questions. Other place can you recommend? No, okay. I'm kind of glad it's not you. Alright. Trim, muscular man, dressed in clothing that is comparatively drab. Who are you? I'm Malay, warrior of renown. Surely you've heard of me. Nope. Truly be? To prove myself all over again. What world are you from? Came from the city of Aliburn on the river Tame. Surely you've heard of its glories and wonders? How'd you get here? It's chasing an old foe, the villainous life shade, Tenelel. He conjured his demonic magic and opened himself a doorway. I get it, you're one of the clueless. Clueless, is it? I take offense to your words, Sarah, and bid you farewell in the hopes that we should never cross paths again. Just questions. Will you tell me about this place? You're Prime, aren't you? You mean I'm from the true world by that? Then yes, I am a Prime. I'm a warrior of some small renown there, and while I may not know all of the loopholes of this new land, neither would I call myself clueless, as some of the local varlets around here have done.
Oh, honey.
Let's just call off insults, shall we? Not until you apologize. I very well, I apologize. Then I suppose as a point of honor, I must accept your apology. Very well. In return, I offer you my apology as well. Could you answer some questions, then? This guy has his own game going on, right? This is the hero of a different story that we're not playing. Can you tell me about this place? I have truly been transported to a madhouse. Seems that way sometimes. We're the patrons of this tavern. My foe's spell must have catapulted us far across the world, for I know of no planes near our former location. No planes. Plane of existence. They're not physical prairies or grasslands, but other dimensions. Ah, we got somewhere. Okay. A look of confusion passes across his face. I understand. What the old man said is starting to make sense. Excuse me, I must think this over.
Sir, you're dead. You're in the afterlife.
What is this place? We can see with patrons here. Or you? What is this place? Who's the corpse? Know more about something else. How many of the patrons? That's so much text. You interested in earning some free bub? Sure. Bubba over there against the far wall hanging out in the shadows, who's been trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. I want you to make sure she don't do that. We can just pay the tab. Ilquix. Who are you? Humble man with a slight flowery poetical bent and a tendency towards the supernatural. I mean, same, but... tell me who this plays. Patrons. That's so much text again. Why do you despise creatures of law? A fine question, my friend. My upbringing has been on the chaotic side of the Great Ring. I'd rather it be by an individual... Let's see, hang on. To me, the taint of law is, as in creatures there... Wait. To me, the taint of law, as in those creatures there, is reprehensible and tyrannical. If I am to be crushed underfoot, I'd rather it be by an individual than a machine that knows nothing of emotion. Okay. I don't know if I very much agree, but I see where you're coming from. To each his own. Do you have any questions? Yes. Who is that? Trying to find a way to make this Mochai pay her drinks. Any suggestions? Could always poison her? No. Of course I'm joking. Of course you are. Burning guy? Other questions? Alright. No leads on anything yet. The Mercy Killers. Did I never go back here? This once functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves. Fair enough. Alright, we haven't talked to you two in a bit. Goodbye. How about you? You talking any different? Nope. Okay. Barkus says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little and her nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you going to do? I'm going to ask you to pay up. I can't afford it. Can you spot me just 10%? I'll give it to him and he knows I'll pay the rest. Sure, how much do you need? Poison her? No. Absolutely not. I think I need about 100 coins to get started. Alright. She pockets your drink, glances briefly towards the door, almost as if she's weighing her chances of dashing out, sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance, begins to walk glumly towards the bar. Thanks, I suppose. We could just pay the rest. We've got it. We're good for it. Marcus. Won't be having trouble with them again. Hooray! You have full-time bar privileges for free. That you're not... Okay, it's fine. Must have been a hell of a tab. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? Sure. Water. And then we go turn and splash it onto Ignis. Hey, Al. Give me a tall, cold glass of information. Never mind, I do actually want a drink. Fire Wand and Fire Seed sounds amazing. Let's try water. It's the purest thing you've ever tasted. A coldness inherent to the water itself, a feeling of air that passes over your tongue and into your stomach, where its coolness calms even the raging of your passions for a moment. The heart of the elemental plane of water.
Not gonna lie,
Guy on fire.
fucking want some of that.
But also, like, you have a portal to the elemental plane of water and a dude on fire, and you're not... Okay. Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna remind you, what is the name of this bar?
It is the Flaming Corpse Bar, so if
What happens if the corpse goes out?
they have to rename the bar.
They lose all of the advertising, all the branding, all of it.
So far, their clientele are a pair of demons, a harmonium cop, a guy from the Primes who's lost, and someone who hasn't been paying for drinks. No great loss. Also some mercy killers, just in case that sweetens the deal.
No, not really.
No.
Just saying.
I understand the logic. I'm saying it's bad logic. I bet you can get some great water in Sigil.
There's much to be learned from all parts of society.
All right.
I mean, yeah. You saying that here feels a little hurtful, but not incorrect. Okay. So...
I'm gone.
Huh. Remember what you know of Ignis, that's what should worry you? Fair. Now that we've cleared that, do you talk about anything differently? I already know you're not a dustman. I didn't... Nope. Okay. Well... Okay, give me half of the money I gave you back. Fine. Questions? Sleeping corpse. For you. What is this place? It's here.
Mort, I'm curious. What happened to your body?
Me? I'm the head of Vecna.
Oh! Forgot about O. Hi, O. Tell me about this divine alphabet. Divine alphabet is written the name of everything that exists, from the seed at the hearts of the elemental planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers, sisters, and I reach across all that is, was, or ever shall be. We are thought and reality and concept, and the unimaginable. So you know all the secrets of existence? I know parts of many of them. Without a connection to my brothers, sisters, I am but a letter. Alone, I am a symbol. Combined, we are a language. So you don't know the secrets of existence. Did not say that. A letter is still a powerful force, even on its own. And then they do a thing. And then... Oh! Oh! Huh. Hang on. Did they just... Wait. That's the wrong one. Somewhere in here. Used to be a... Ha! There we go. He opens his mouth wider and wider still. The mask of his face tears around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing that hint of eternity you glimpsed earlier. You are lost in it. Okay, I'm correct that we did get an interaction like that before. But last time it didn't increase our stats. You're lost in it, adrift in it, and part of it. You return to your mundane senses, realize that O has vanished. Somehow your horizons have been expanded. Enlightenment has brushed you, however briefly, across the brow. Okay, view wisdom and disappeared. Okay, so we have... I haven't been talking a lot to the random people. So maybe that's it. Slightly balding man with a cynical cast to his face. I guess I've been assuming that all the important folks have names, and maybe that's a bad assumption on my part. Although, challenging that assumption opens up so many avenues of conversation that we might never get anywhere else. This is a slightly balding man with a cynical cast to his face. He speaks in a staccato voice, rapping out each word distinctly and clearly. What do you want, Cutter? What was that you and your friend were saying about Sigil? Ah, my cousin. He stresses the word as if to emphasize that he has no choice in the acquaintance. Has recently come here from her backwater prime world. My uncle, a renowned wizard, brought her here to expand her horizons. She labors under the delusion that this is the center of the multiverse, and that she thinks it's somehow important. Since I've lived here my whole life, I know otherwise. It's a place the powers and Planeborn overlook, just as humans overlook the squirrels in their city parks. It's not important, and the sooner humans come to realize that they're not important, the better off they'll be. Really? I have to hear your justification for this. In the meantime, can you answer some questions? Who are you? Killian Irontoes. Before you ask, I got the name because my idiot brother dropped a 50-pound stone on my feet and crushed my toes. Now I have iron toes, alright? Fair enough. Tell me about this place. This is the smoldering corpse. I brought my greenhorn, clueless prime cousin here to see some of the sights, smells, and sounds of Sigil's beauties. So far, she remains unimpressed.
I kind of like this guy.
This is honestly, yeah, this is going great. So about Ignis. Chant has it that the unfortunate fellow goes by the name of Ignis. Burned down a portion of the hive before the folks here got together and took care of him. They made him... So there's a fire that Yanis lost everything in that I just sort of assumed that we were responsible for. It's possible these are the same fire. Don't know. They made him a conduit to the elemental plane of fire, and now he has to ride there for folks' amusement. Not too amusing, but certainly interesting. You there, friend. woman with a far-off cast to her face. She's not exactly young, nor is she exactly old. Perhaps it's the expression of slight disbelief that's etched across her features. The expression says that she doesn't believe her senses. When she focuses on you, she speaks sharply, but not angrily. Do you need something? I'm looking for a journal. Looking for a collectible. Boy, this is so far ago. Should have asked this forever. Tell me about this place. Who's that burning by the entryway? What was that you and your friend were saying about Sigil? He's not my friend. He's my cousin. He's just telling me that this is in the center of the multiverse, despite it being located smack in the middle of the Outlands, despite it being a focal point of portals from all over the cosmos. There's an unknown place with more, despite all the quarreling the gods do over it, despite the sheer variety and concentration of power that accumulates here. There's no place like this in the cosmos. And here he's telling me it's nothing special? Ha! Perhaps you both have elements of truth. Perhaps you're correct. I find that such relativism is often beyond me. Either the place is important or it isn't. Paradox may fuel the planes, but there must be sense to it somehow. Not necessarily, but questions. Who are you? Kyrus Thorntongue. Here we go. He didn't seem to think I'm competent on my own. He may be right. I don't know the city or this plane very well. I'm not from here. I'm from a prime. You're from the prime. Visiting, expanding my horizons. Prime is a fine place to live, but it's a little too real, I suppose. My uncle gives each of his nieces and nephews a few years in the plains and allows us to remain here if we so desire. I think I might so desire. I am fascinated and repelled. Then I suppose that's the nature of the plains, isn't it? Do you have enough knowledge to give me some answers? Who are you? What's the prime? Okay, knew that. Had other questions. About this place? This is, I understand, the Smoldering Corpse Tavern, named after that fellow near the entrance. From what I can see, it's a dive where scum mixes with cream to create an entirely unappetizing new flavor. What a description! Of course, being from the Prime, my perceptions might be jaundiced. What does that mean? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What are you saying? Okay. Interesting, but doesn't... I feel like I'm dancing around the particular trigger that's going to get me to this thing. I'm very close to Googling it. One of the more subtle themes is, in fact, you are not and cannot be responsible for everything. That's a fair point. That's good to remember. It did... That particular conversation with Yanis happened, I think, the same session where we were looking at all of the Sensate experiences, and it was like, boy, we're just messing everybody's stuff up.
Or they saw you coming and they curated a show.
Mm.
Oh, it's that guy again. Hang on.
The guy Ev was talking to is hard to see. Oh! Hi! Wow, you're not kidding. I didn't know Eb was... I didn't get the impression Eb was talking to anybody. He is a soft-looking man with gentle, far-staring eyes. He dresses in supple leather clothing and carries various implements of use and destruction about his body, such as ropes, spikes, tinderboxes, and empty vials of air. He looks half gone, literally. Yeah, thanks. You ain't just whistling Dixie. There's an insubstantiality to his existence, as if his essence had been partially leached away. Focuses those eyes on you, and suddenly you find them gripping and determined. Greetings to you, O Seeker. Greetings! Love a fellow greetings person. Carefully sets down the mug he's holding and gives you all his attention. I have seen the far reaches of the multiverse. Multiverse. It's like a multiverse, but a horse. And returned to tell the tale. I have walked upon the bodies of dead gods and spun moonbeams in the astral ahead of 1,000 shrieking Githyanki nights. I have passed the edges of existence and watched my essence shiver away before me. What can I do for you? Nothing, farewell. Perhaps I have answers. Speak, and I shall tell you. We got there. Thank you for the frankly embarrassing amount of help to find this half-invisible person standing in front of a person I talked to like 3 times and just never noticed. Just never noticed you were there. Met a woman named Ingress with very bad teeth. She said, always so judgy, the nameless one. She said she had come through a portal from some world that was opened by a tune hummed near two crossed trees. You get her own?
That one is judgy. The teeth are objectively...
The teeth are objectively very bad. It's just...
Like, they're malicious.
It's just...
They're evil.
It's an unnecessary addition. I can say, I met a woman named Ingress. I don't need to describe the teeth to tell the rest of the story. Yeah, that thing. I know the portal of which you speak, though I have not traveled it these 30 years gone. I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await... Oh god, that was so easy once we actually knew that the person was there! Ah! Oh, these games, I swear to god. Alright. Thanks and farewell.
Updated my journal.
You sure did. Let's get out of here. Alright, and take me out to the ball game. And here, talking to the two people who were talking about being from the Primes, I'm like, oh, this is a great lead. It was not a lead, in fact. It was completely unrelated. Baffling sometimes. Didn't I open this episode talking about how nice it was that the bottle was in the apothecary where I expected it to be? Just logically? Tell you what. You see Ingrid, she's huddled inside. It's me again. I found someone who can take you back to your home plane. I want to go. I want to leave this place. His name is Candrian. He should be along shortly to help you out. Trust him, okay? Ingrid says nothing, merely nods quietly, her teeth chattering inside her mouth. I'll go back and meet Candrian at the smoldering corpse bar and make sure everything turned out alright. Be strong, Ingrid.
Updated my journal.
Okay, we're gonna go sideways to go down. Here. And here. This is at least straightforward. The only whiff on this was that I didn't have the tab key pressed in that side of the bar to notice that Candrian was there. Or maybe I did. The name sounds familiar. Did we talk to Candrian before, just before we talked to Ingress? I don't know. It's not important right now. What's important is we got there. The Tooth Woman... At least it's not just us. The Tooth Woman wanted you to have these, he says, holding out his hand. She wanted to express her thanks, even out the balance book, as it were, and be done with the damned things. In the palm of his hand are Ingress's dancing teeth. These are going to be a weapon for Mort. He smoothly deposits them in your hand. Enjoy them, Seeker. Thanks. Like, genuinely thank you for doing that, but also, thanks, I guess?
Updated my journal.
Hey, Morty. Mort, you want these? Ingress's teeth. Damage, 1d6 crushing. Handful of Ingress's living teeth. Apparently, they didn't want to go with her back through the portal to her home plane. To change the teeth to a different type. Well, we're gonna use them. I want you to become a magical weapon. Teeth rattle. Wonderful. What do we got currently? We got the viper teeth. We're gonna just put those in there. Oh my god! We never gave you a. Oh right, you don't have a weapon. You're a monk. You have a magical weapon? Yes. Okay. Everybody's got magic. Okay. All right. Okay. I feel better. And you know what? We got some free teeth out of the deal. Not to look a gift Ingress in the mouth. I think that really just leaves the decanter. And I think I know where I want to go to start following up on that, which is go back into the tomb and talk to the face where we learned about it the first time. But before we do that, ads. 3 more minutes of ads, not got pre-rolls for the remainder of the stream. This game makes me talk too much, and then I can't talk anymore. See you in a few minutes. I walked back to the tomb while we were in break. Nothing happened. We just walked. Let's talk to a face about a decanter. I think this is the decanter person. The flask of which? No. Please find it and ease my torment. Meantime, questions. Did you come to be in this situation? And then what? Respected leader of my community in the lower ward. Petty Lord sought to increase his power at the expense of my people. He captured us one by one and bound our spirits and senses into these screaming faces under the ditch where all filth. Yada yada yada. So maybe we're looking for a Petty Lord in the lower ward. There's a nice symmetry to it. Coming back to catacombs. Many is one. Dead Nations trial as well. Okay. Water, fresh water from a magical flask in the Drowned Nations. Cool, alright. Air. Right, because I think I heard Drowned Nations the first time. Oh, wait a minute, hang on. I heard Drowned Nations the first time, and I thought Dead Nations. Right, because that's that. Drowned Nations. Is that... What is that? Where is that? Okay, I don't think it was in... What's-his-face's place. Faird's, like, secret vault. I don't think it was in there. Wow, hang on. There is also just a bunch of stuff around here. All right, let's start... That sound bad. Let's just start looting. Let's take this off. This might be redundant, but I gotta double check. So many faces. Okay. Drowned Nations. Drowned Nations. Where the hell is that? The buried village I thought was buried by like a landslide. It'd be very funny if the decanter is like 2 feet away from the face. Good, we have in fact looted all this. Oh yeah, there was a weird crypt with nothing in it, I think. Leg Bone Club? It's I, a member of the Leg Bone Club. Where's this go? Mosaic Crypt. Yeah, this thing.
All right.
Here? No. They're chipped away. Okay.
I'm gone.
Sure, that's fair. Seems to be sitting in a slight depression. Looks like it is scraped color from the tiles around it. None of this seems to be doing anything. Alright.
Yes?
Loot that body! Loot that body.
All right.
Hi, gargoyles. Skull and the dagger. Everybody do a murder. Skull. What's this? Crypt of dismemberment. Think we've been in here already?
All right.
Yeah, this is where all the traps are. Ah, yes. Clearly we've been here. We've been here? Where's this go? Oh yeah, this is where this is where they keep the viscera. you know. Ooh, body. Nope. Okay. Body has been horribly mangled. It looks like it's been burned, stabbed, sliced, bludgeoned, and forced through a grate. Then two halves lying on a crusted pool of old blood. Fair enough. Up we go. Alright, where? Oh, where? Let's go about this methodically. We've been down here because this is where you're at. Kill all these things.
Did you see that?
I guess I could talk to someone in the Dead Nations about it and see. We've run out of, like half of the people that we can, like... What sort of thing? Half of the people that we would like to talk to in the Dead Nations are now gone. Because poor Stale Mary. This way. Check all of these just to make sure. So far, they've all said the same thing. Oh! Sandy Hair Collector's Corpse discovered the nasty bites. Okay. If this doesn't work, we'll head back to the lower ward. Oh, we needed a special skull for Lothar to get Mort back. And Stale Mary kindly gave us hers. It was very sweet, actually. She seemed okay with the whole arrangement. I still have misgivings. Oh, wait.
There's more.
There. Continue down this way. Right, she beheaded for friendship. As one does. Where are we at? Okay. There. It's not there. I don't think I clicked on these ones. Where does this one go? That's the buried village. Corpse is fairly fresh. You nudge it with your toe and it flops around bonelessly. Bonelessly? That's troubling. We run into a couple of unique corpses that are not doing anything for us. I think that takes us to the Warrens of Thought, and I don't want to accidentally piss off Many as One and the Cranium Rats. For hopefully obvious reasons.
I feel like you should be able to solve them.
I mean, like, we could probably survive. This quest is why I mentioned Grace can speak with dead. Oh, right, because we did talk to this corpse before, or rather, we found this corpse, but couldn't talk with it. Oh, interesting. I don't think we had Anna here last time. This is the corpse of a man with a surprised look on his beak-nosed face. Hard to tell how he died, whether from the numerous horrific slashing wounds across his abdomen and throat, or from blood loss incurred when his right arm was nearly severed from his shoulder. Grace, you half-witted vulture. You had none of the sense of the powers gave you, and you're dead. So you are. Rotten gone. May no power of death take pity on your fly-blown carcass. Twice glad am I. Twice glad I am, and thrice glad be your mum, that you rots down here. 'Tis a pity you cannot speak to the dead.
Updated my journal.
That's what we needed. Okay, so I don't think we've rested. So I don't think you actually have that prepared. Correct. Okay. I think I've tried to rest down here before and was told no. No. Rest. Too dangerous. Is it? There's nothing here. All right.
And you're in a friendly area. Fine.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Yeah, let's go Buried Village. Bar, if you try to make me pay, I'm going to remind you that Farrad's dead. Open the gate. Great.
I'm gone.
Glad we understand each other. Marta. Marta, can I sleep in your house again? You can have these intestines back. I've gotten extra body parts since we last talked. There's nothing
Martha's got
here
a
now.
lot of friends. Like, are you helping her cover everyone for lunch?
Dagon, give up a liver. Nothing here now. There may be something here when you close your eyes.
Those are quite potent. I should have you spend some time at the brothel when we get back.
Oh, the gods are merciful.
I'm glad they're getting along. Oh, Marta. Questions? Rest. You're the best, Marta. I hope you run the place when we're gone. Just while we're here, I have questions for you. You digging my body to find anything? See what you pulled from corpses recently? I don't think it's going to be possible. But I just want to see... No, okay. We cannot, in fact, sell our intestines back to her. Probably for the best. Here, have this skull and a dagger to prop it up with. And you can have a little puppet.
I'm gone.
I feel like you should be allowed to sell them.
Kamaxi's clients have been much more satisfied since Mort visited. I love that.
Done.
I understand that, like, Marta's thing is not necessarily... It's not just the harvesting of parts. She specifically needs, like, usable parts, and I have a feeling with all of our scarring, that doesn't include ours.
Probably.
What's up? Good is done.
Alright, let's go through... Back... Back here... Because I remember that there were because there's the mosaic crypt, which I still haven't, I don't feel like I've solved, although we've gotten into the thingy, the coffin that's in there, and then there was this one, and I had it in the back of my mind that it's like they're by the back of my mind I mean this notebook of mine, to come back and figure out, and then I forgot.
All right.
Because I didn't check my notebook. All right, you there? If I do this, yada yada yada. Okay,
Come
and.
on.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say a few words to me, fiendling. Or hug
Is it
me.
a cast on self thing?
I'm thinking.
I'm gone.
Do I need her to cast it on me? Let's see. How far back was that? Too far. That's all right. We can fix this. They're my organs, and store-bought is fine.
All right.
This time we could save after. Oh. We've met so many interesting... We've met so many interesting people and somehow managed to mostly not kill them. Which I say with such hesitation because, again, compared to some of the other games by the studio that I've played, that feels like a rare treat.
I'm gone.
And then there are folks that we've gotten killed through our actions without having to directly deal with. Most of those I don't actually feel bad about. Maybe that's something that's wrong with me. Let me in. This time before I cast the spell, quick save. So I should have done last time. Would have been smart. Go this way. Quick save here on the way, just in case. There you go. Save. Alright, now
Yes.
you cast Few Dead on me? Great.
Done.
Now go talk.
Updated my journal.
Now? No. What exactly did you update my journal with? Body of Grease the Vulture, one of the collectors from the buried village. It was stuck in a sarcophagus in a tomb inhabited by ghouls horribly mutilated.
Done. Updated my journal.
Yes.
If it feels like I'm going in circles, it's only because I am.
Done.
Hey, dude. Was that just the spell effect, or was that the person I was supposed to click on? Let's try it one more time.
Yes.
Seems like that's the spell effect.
It shall be done.
All right.
This is the corpse of a man with a surprised look on his beak-nosed face. Hey, we got there. Okay. As the corpse replies to you, its voice rattles in its throat. No. No. Beast. Must. Run. Why do I feel so numb? Am I drunk? Can I feel my hands? My legs? Last thing I remember is being pushed in here. Boys being slashed by some big piking thing. What are you talking about? Who in the nine hells are you? Show yourself. Ah, by the hairy ass of Pan himself, I'm dead, ain't I? I am afraid so. Questions? Always knew you'd come to this. Tell me, Cutter, am I still in the catacombs? Yes. Figures, aye. Do them a good turn, and they'll do nothing for you. Questions? What do you want to know? Tell me about yourself. Grace the Vulture. Called me that on account of being able to smell out crypts and snatch the best loot before anyone else knew it was there. Spent most of my time picking at dead bodies. Anna nudges the corpse with her toe and turns to you. You know why they called him Grease the Vulture, don't you? It's because the Aegis got such a large beak on him. His nose always was walking a few feet ahead of him. Thanks for your input, Anna. I had more questions for Grease. What happened to you anyway? We and me boys just popped the script. It was harder than picking a chastity belt, I'm telling you. After tearing and prying at the door for a little past eternity, got in here, and we're looking at opening the main crypt when me blood started shouting. And this thing slashes me, dumps me in this crypt. I'm fighting it. I hear him start running, me bloods. What happened to him, eh? Where's me Bert? Loading? They make it, or they in the dead book? Lie, they're dead. Lie, they made it. Never mind. Game's perfect. I don't know. Well, let's hope they didn't. Filthy running pikers. Other questions? What can you tell me about these catacombs? Enemy stomping grounds. Lots of right crypts down here. Near untouched by anyone for over, a lot of years. By my reckoning. Me and the boys have cracked a lot of crypts down here. Just got into this one when the problem happened. What crypts can you tell me about? This one to the left of the entrance with a bunch of them voggy-headed ghouls about. I don't want to be messing there without a lot of torches and some crossbows. There's a crypt of pretty tiles to the right of the entrance and down a ways. Then there's one I was exploring before the unfortunate circumstance. I figured that the crypt with the pretty tiles has got some secret about it. Smells different. There's a secret chamber somewhere abouts. Can't figure our way into it.
Is he talking about your crypt?
You're pretty sure, yeah. Where is it? Down through the drowned nations a ways. Don't remember exactly where, though. Interesting. There's one to the left of the entrance with a bunch of them gargoyles. We found that one. Crypt of pretty tiles to the right of the entrance and down a ways. Then there's one I was exploring. Figured that the crypt with the pretty tiles has got some secret about it. It smells different, and there's a secret chamber somewhere abouts. But I can't figure a way into it. Where are the drowned nations? Where the heck are the drowned nations? What happened to you anyway? Questions. Talk about the catacombs. Huh. Well, that didn't help at all. Okay, so... This is the mosaic crypt. Right. That's the one with all the traps. Technically, they're both the one with all the traps. You've been to the Drowned Nations. Is that the buried village, or is that somewhere else? Because there's the Dead Nations, but I'm assuming that's something else? Actually, wait, hang on, wait. Don't answer just yet. Wait. Lothar told me to move aside the divan in the center of the room to reveal a passageway leading to the caverns below his house. Once there, I'm to pass into the catacombs and find a tomb beyond the Drowned Nations. In that tomb, there is a skull of great value. Once I bring this to him, he will return more to me. Except we didn't go there. We specifically lied about where we were. Okay, let's see. Is it here? No. Right, we portaled in here. Okay, so if we go here, we go back to Lothar, because there was that like interstitial area with the were-rats that leads from Lothar's place to here. But it is a one-way door, so let's go out. Bar, he's dead.
I'm
Good.
gone.
Glad we understand each other, Bar. We wiggle on through, and we wiggle on through.
Wiggle.
Wiggle. There. Right, and then here. Hopefully y'all are smart enough to figure this out. Drunk away.
I'm gone.
Now, back to the world map, so that we can teleport to the lower ward, so that we can go back under the divan. And then, hopefully, I just missed an exit somewhere, which feels very like me. I missed an invisible dude standing 6 inches in front of me, so, you know, there's all sorts of possibilities.
Okay, in your defense, he actually was kind of invisible.
Yeah, that one I don't feel so bad about. Alright, there, and then we go back to Lothar's here. Quick save on the way. Down we go. The fact that there's, like, not a mosaic exactly, but the fact that there's stained glass on the room to get down to Lothar's, and then there's also a mosaic room, makes me wonder if those are related. Alright.
Done.
Let's head this way and chat with the were-rats. Montauk. Look for the person in charge? Okay. It's not that. Gotta go all the way to the edge. Nope, okay. This is Bones of the Night. And then we walk over there and then we get a portal. That's his upstairs room. Well, I won't lie, this is not as illuminative as I was hoping. Yeah, we're gonna have our fifth or sixth Hey Chat moment of the night. Bedroad, you say I've been to the Drowned Nations. Where? Because I do remember accidentally shortcutting the quest that Lothar sent me on by just saying, it's my tomb, even though we hadn't actually left his site to figure that out. In the meantime, I'm going to head towards the Dead Nations. Downstairs from the Dead Nation. Okay, got it. Downstairs from the Dead Nations and Chambers of Thought. Okay. Because my next thought was to go to the Dead Nations and see if there was a stairwell or something from there that I hadn't gone through yet.
A particularly wet basement.
I mean, the last time I was here, we had a whole bunch going on, so it's very possible
Yeah.
I just didn't look closely enough. Oh, literally right there. Okay, got it. That is whatever this is. Great. And then here. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Done.
Where does that go? Back to the Warrens of Thought. Got it. All right. Do not need that. Oh, is this the guy I think it is? I don't know. Hey, do you guys know who this is? You take your treasure, yes? Take it and go meet thing. What is that thing? Trokopotaka. Trokopotaka, yes? You like? We not like. Scary and mean monster. They not like us. Dead now, yes? Right, there were the what you call them, like the lizard things. There's all this area that we haven't even looked in. Oh yeah, hi, you.
How may I help?
Let's make this quick. That didn't go where I wanted it to, but it's fine.
Endure.
You know, I haven't actually used your
Grow strong.
verses. Let's curse somebody.
Perfectly
I
good
hear
waste of
your
arms and
words.
legs.
Perfectly good waste of arms and legs is very good. Great. Love a conical.
I'm gone.
In here. Money. The totems are clearly outdated. This is definitely a dangerous area to ghouls. I know that's not what he was saying, but I appreciate that that's feels like another instance of the Nameless One being judgy. Like, these totems are so passé. Oh, whoops. You did say no, come closer, but I wasn't able to stop my characters in time. Let's help this person out.
I feel
It seems bad.
stronger.
Well, that's on me, buddy. Sorry about that. you doing here? What's this place? Okay, we know all that already. Like murmur and susurrus emanates from these openings as if there was something dwelling within. Alright. Seems reasonable. Well. I mean, thank God it's not an actual, like, frightening enemy. Go ahead and do a prayer. Hey, buddy, you want a skull mob?
I will hear you.
And let's go ahead and have you start ball lightning. I will also start ball lightning. Welcome to all the spell effects. Oh, that's the rattling skull sound effect, apparently. Do a little ice knife. Love a little ice knife. There they go. A little parade of skulls. They're so loud. Probably not worth it, but funny.
I'm here.
Give me that cutscene. Smack. It's saved? Sorry, I should have warned about the flashing screen. Hyperbore. Well, now that we've limit braked. Limit broken? Steamed kale and Cheeto mac and cheese? That sounds amazing.
All right.
Well, that was a lot. Hang on. I saw a thing a second ago. This. Decanter! I hardly know her. Had to at once.
Die.
That's not true. I definitely didn't. Level me up. Asian characteristics points. I mean, at some point we'll stop putting points into intelligence when we've maxed it out. Okay. Speaking of, should be at 24. We're 24. Wonderful. Everything is wonderful now. Curse. Yeah, do one of each. Okay. Now. Only because... Yeah, okay. I was about to say, only because we haven't found any other decanters. I'm going to take a wild guess that this is the one we want. Thank you, Batarot, again for the guidance. Oh, I feel so silly. We knew he was here the whole time. But the last time I was here, there were undead politics, and I just got completely distracted. Yeah, we'd missed like a whole half of the map. Jeez. What were we even getting down here? Because we didn't get the skull.
We were trying to avoid getting
Done.
ganked by rats.
No, that was in the other room. This place was all those lizards. But I can't remember what it was that we... Because I think we came down here for the Dead Nations? Maybe we came down here from the Dead Nations, and that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, so let's go back
I'm
to
gone.
the face. The face is the place. Hey, bud. Yes, we found a thing. A note of eagerness creeps into Clive's dead voice. You have it. Pour some of its water across my lips, and I shall tell you what I promised to tell you. Drink up. Clear water from the flask trickles across the stone lips, diluting the filthy flow that spews from the holes. Yuck. As you watch, the ditch's water slowly dissipates entirely, the dirty taint of it replaced by clear, fresh water. Clive groans in ecstasy. After a moment, he says, "Do you wish your answer now or later?" Later, goodbye. Give it to me now? Seek out the woman called Nemel. She resides in the clerk's ward in Upper Sigil. I know not where exactly. Best of luck in your quest, immortal. Thanks, dude.
Updated my journal.
We know where she's at. What's my fastest way back? Let's go this way. Actually, wait. What am I doing? Just because there's not a thing on the map doesn't mean there isn't an exit. City of Doors, Andy. Pardon me, headbats. Portal. Now we're thinking with portals. Right, this is here. We presumably, yep, there. So Namel was one of the two folks that we met, and I think it was her partner who gave us like a permanent charisma increase, which was great, or a permanent hit point increase. Gave us a permanent bonus, which was very nice. And it was just like helping one of them find the other, essentially. Hey, Bob, you're just in time for the last 5 minutes of stream, where at long last I'm hopefully cleaning up our side quest backlog. Let's see. I believe she's in proper cleric's ward. Actually, is that just what this is? Yeah. Okay. Good here. I think she was up there. Oh, mac and cheese, not man cheese. I think manchego is a type of cheese.
All right.
Is she down here? She was either down here or actually, let's go to the stalls up here first in case I've got the... in case I've remembered the wrong member of the pair. So let's go this way. Right, texturally very different concepts. I thought she was over here, unless I got the wrong ward. Which, you know, wouldn't be the... There they are. Namel! Namel clasps her hands together and bows her head. When she finally looks up and smiles at you, a wave of pleasure washes over your body. The effect is almost dizzying. Namel thanked the stranger once more. She only hoped he knew how happy she felt to be reunited with Aelwyn. We love it. It's so good. Not a problem. I was told you know the command for this decanter? Woman makes no move to touch or examine the decanter, but only speaks. Namel took it from the stranger, turning it in her hands. Had she seen its like before, she thought. Perhaps. Yes, she remembered now. She returned the decanter, whispering into his ear as she did so.
Updated my journal.
You realize you know the word now. Nildenosaj. Jason Edlin? Which I'm guessing is probably someone on the dev team. Though you're certain the woman never whispered to you, but merely said she did. She blinks at you. Would the stranger leave her now, satisfied with what she had told him? Yes, I will. Goodbye. Game is very silly. All right, Ignis. You've been a man on fire this whole time. Jason Edlin is in fact one of the devs, of course.
Aww.
Nevin Neeral's disc. I love it. I love how universal that trend is. You need a magic word? What's your best friend's name backwards? Are Namel and Aelwyn dungeon masters? I think so, yes. It's very good. Hey, buddy. Get dunked on? Positive? I wonder if this decanter of endless water will do something. Tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. If we just die of steam inhalation or just steam burns, that will be perfect. Perfect end to the stream, really. Tilt the decanter over the grill and begin to pour. Small stream of ice blue water pours from the decanter and touches the flames of the grill with a violent hissing and a rush of steam. As if in response to this challenge, the decanter seems to lunge forward, falling into the grill and shattering. Aw, man. It's gonna turn that into a mug. Hissing billows of steam and a furious crackling noise rush from the grill, spilling over you and forcing you to cover your ears and turn away. There's a scream, a cackling, a terrible sound like 100 buildings burning. People screaming. their screams being cut short by the roar of flame and melting flesh. Do we want to break Ignis out? Did I was so interested in finishing a quest, I didn't maybe think this all the way through. Cover your ears, block out the sound. As you put your hands over your ears to block out the sound, you feel a stickiness on your hands, like hot cheese or candle wax. You did, in fact, warn me. That's correct. Your ears are bleeding from the sound. You draw your hands back, see them covered with chunks of melted flesh filled with bloody swirls. Try and get out of the bar. You're about to run from the bar, anything to get away from the sound, when suddenly all falls silent, except for a jagged crackling coming from the grill. You turn. On the grill lies the decanter of endless water, now nothing but shards and steam. Above it is the creature, flames still trailing from its body, floating over the bar's floor. It's staring at you, its eyes flickering like two torches. I know you. Cool. No doubt. Creature's face splits, charred flesh peeling away from its jaw so that it might speak. Yes. Its voice crackles, burns, roars through the creature's chest. With every word, flakes of cinder and ash spit from its mouth and drift into the air. You can barely stand to look at the thing. The blazing radiance surrounding it is terrible to behold. Ignis.
Long have I slept, dreams of flames. I am yours, till death comes for us both.
I mean, you should take me out to dinner first, but we're in a bar. We can just go grab something from the counter. Oh, hey! Hi there. How you doing? Ignis's fireball. Cool. I'm assuming you're a mage. What's your whole situation here, bud? Okay. Oh, look! 125% resistance to fire, vulnerable to cold. That tracks. All of this makes sense. Ah. Cool. Everything's super fine. Super fine and good. At least get you slightly more. You give this to me, and then I'll give this to him. Video games are silly. Does anyone else have... You give this to me, I'll give this to him. Your other thing. There we go. Get our ACs a little bit more level across the board. Hey, bud. What you... Oh, look, it's all fire spells. I don't know what I expected. So, Seeking Flames, Tongues of Flame, Ignis's Terror, Infernal Orb, Fiery Rain, Infernal Shield, Elemental Strike. Listen, commit to the bit, right? Just go all in. Well, I think that's a pretty good spot for tonight. Oh, God. All right, there, done. We have a lot of fun here, but it's important to remember the fire is dangerous, and be sure to check on your friends and make sure that they are not possibly elementally powered firebugs before pouring water all over their spot.
Look, you don't want to leave him alone now, so he has to come with you.
You're right. Now that we freed him, he does definitely have to come with us. It's free like puppies. That's going to be important. Well, hey, great news. We've cleared out our quest log. We have a full party for the first time all game, and we have a portal and a portal key. So supervision required. Correct. I like that we've gotten to a much better spot with Mort before we recruited Ignis. I can only handle so many terrible gremlins at once. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. I know this one was a little bit of a mess, but you know what? We got there. Big thanks again to Bad Road for the guidance. Ironically, again, someone with very good pathfinding to be going by Bad Road. We'll be back Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time, where we're going to go through a portal and try to talk to Ravel, and I don't know what's going to happen after that. I imagine bad. I don't know if it's just I don't suspect we just go in there and have a fight, but I don't know. I don't know. Mort postures. Ignis burns things down. True. Ignis won't tell you what he's doing. You'll just hear mad cackling and then flames. Um, Mort will waste too much time vamping. Speaking of vamping, that's where I'm going to go ahead and call stream for tonight. Alice, are y'all going to be streaming? If so, we'll toss a raid your way over at twitch.tv/if_when_y. Otherwise, we'll just call it there on now. Fantastic. Raid incoming. And that's the end of the sentence. That's the end of the sentence. Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful weekend ahead, and I will hope to see you next time. I don't think we'll finish this game next time, but we're gonna go meet Rebel. So we're in the end game now. We got the notice about like make sure you finish any other business. That's usually a sign that we're in the end game. So see you next time for game and end game. Good night.